With a worldwide lockdown in place, there has naturally been a surge in global conspiracy theories in recent months. Some may be plausible, others are obviously not. But either way, it's the left's war on objectivity that's responsible. This is Ben SCALLAN and you're watching Gript Media. Now, full disclosure, I'm not into conspiracy theories. Of course, people are free to believe in whatever they want. Everyone is welcome to speculate and theorize about world events, even if their ideas seem eccentric or unusual. But to myself and most ordinary people, the evidence for these ideas is rarely compelling. In fact, often notions of far-reaching conspiracy theories can derail important conversations. They can reduce vital societal discussions to paranoid finger-pointing matches about who is in on the plot and controlled opposition, usually based on little to no evidence. They rarely help us get closer to the truth, in my opinion. However, though there is of course a conspiracy fringe to all political movements on both the left and the right, it's primarily the left that is largely to blame for the surge in conspiratorial thinking seen in recent years. By attacking the concept of objective truth for decades, pushing factually baseless ideas like gender theory, the modern left have eroded society's fundamental understanding of reality. According to them, you can't even tell what gender someone is until you ask them. A 6'5" bearded bodybuilder is no more objectively a man than your grandmother. A person's biological nature is totally malleable based on their feelings and subjective opinions. We're supposed to believe that men are women and women are men, but men and women don't exist. We're told that tolerance is the greatest virtue of all, while left-wing tech companies do everything they can to censor opinions that they find intolerable. Alleged victims are to be believed with or without evidence, regardless of circumstance. Their claims and tears are enough to convict on their own, unless, of course, the victim has allegedly been assaulted by a liberal icon. Up is down, black is white, and night is day. Empiricism and measurable data are totally irrelevant. This was perhaps summed up best by darling of the US Democrat Party, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, when she said the following.
I think that there's a lot of people more concerned about being precisely, factually, and semantically correct than about being morally right.
In other words, the ability to look and feel virtuous is more important than the actual concrete facts at hand. The truth doesn't matter if the lie feels morally justified. This is how many on the left explain their constant and blatant lying, like their well-documented Trump-Russia collusion hoax. It's how leftist groups like Antifa can smear members of ethnic minorities like journalist Andy Ngo with bizarre, obviously false labels like white supremacist and Nazi, even when that claim clearly makes no sense to anyone with eyes. And it's precisely that pattern of lies and distortions that has led record numbers of people to distrust their media and government, as seen in recent polls across America, Britain, and elsewhere. People are so sick of being spoon-fed verifiable falsehoods for years that they have become totally disillusioned and simply don't know who or what to believe anymore. As our centers of learning and data like newspapers, universities, and television push increasingly obvious propaganda, people's faith in the mainstream sources has been utterly shattered, leading them to go anywhere and everywhere else for their information. And now those same sources act surprised when people embrace what they see as conspiracy theories, like this wasn't an inevitable outcome of years of deception. After all, what is the radical feminist notion of the patriarchy other than a conspiracy theory?
And a feminist solution tackles patriarchy, tackles a capitalist system that has lost the social contract dimension that gave it legitimacy.
Article after article on this stuff has been pumped out for years in the media. It's the zombie theory that refuses to die no matter how many evidence bullets you put in its head, continuing to shamble through the airwaves. Imagine if you told people a similar idea about any demographic other than men. Imagine, for example, if you claimed that Filipinos secretly ran the planet and were conspiring to keep your specific people down, pulling the strings of world power. Everyone who heard such an idea would rightly think you had lost your mind. And yet for years the left has attempted to peddle the ludicrous notion that all men are secretly aligned against all women in a sinister global cabal to prevent little girls from taking up football. That is the definition of a paranoid conspiracy theory if you've ever heard one. So the alt-left can say what they like about the danger of far-right conspiracy theories and fake news, but ultimately they are the original tinfoil hat cranks. When you start an irrational war on facts, don't be surprised when people adopt mad ideas that you don't like. If you like this commentary and you want to see more like it, please be sure to share this video and let us know how you feel in the comments below. Thanks for watching.